What's up, guys? Thanks for joining me again on another video. Oh, hey man, I'm trying to make a video, man. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Alright, guys, thanks for joining me again on another episode of Talks with Terrell. What I wanted to get into today was my first time dealing with racism and kind of how I feel about it. Before I even start, racism can be towards any color of person, any race of person. It does not just have to be towards a African American person. So, I just want to get that out before I even start the video, so another one thinks that I'm just making this video because racism only comes towards African Americans, because definitely not true, and it'll definitely never be that way. To be honest, I wish racism never even existed. But before I get too deep into it, if I can go ahead and have you guys go ahead and hit the subscribe button and leave a comment at the end of the video if you like what I said throughout this video. But alright, guys. So my first time dealing with racism, I would have to say I was probably about 16 or 17. I probably had dealt with it at a younger age, but I didn't really know what it was. I didn't even know what the word was. Most of my friends I would have to say were Caucasian. I grew up in a suburban area, so if there was an issue with someone not liking me because of my color, it never was blatant. It was never said out loud. It may have stayed in someone's house. So you never knew about it when you kind of grew up in those areas. So whenever I moved to Pleasant Hill, a little bit different. I actually moved from Pleasant Hill from what they would say, the ghetto. I went to Westport. So Westport was definitely 98% African American, maybe 0.1 Caucasian and Asian. And I don't think there was any other race besides that there, so that was it. When I left Westport and went to move to Pleasant Hill, which was 90 or 96% Caucasian, it was definitely a culture shock. Something new. I'd never even experienced it before in my life. Not just that, it was also definitely in the country, so I probably expected it to be my first time ever dealing with it. Because, as I got older, you kind of watch movies, definitely, if you've ever watched Dave Chappelle, you know what racism is, but he makes jokes of it. So you don't really know the seriousness of it, or you don't know the weight of it. So when you join that 1% of African Americans in a school of 98% of Caucasians, especially in a country school, I wouldn't say hillbillies, definitely Hicks, but not hillbillies. It gets a little nerve-wracking, and people seem not to like you because of your color at that point. But you can't always blame them. You got to realize that racism you're not born with racism. It is something you learn. It's something that you are raised with. It is something someone has spread to you that they have learned throughout their lifetime. And it's only like a version of hate. That's all it is. It is a version of hate, and I feel like it's ignorant hate. What do you hate someone for the color? What do you hate someone for because of their origin or their background? That is a part I've always felt is ridiculous. Racism in general is ridiculous. But the first time I had to deal with it, it really kind of caught me off guard. I didn't really know what to even think, what to even say, how to even come at the person, because I didn't even know what was going on. I didn't know that it was malicious. I didn't know that they were being aggressive towards me. In my head, it was just another word or something that they were just trying to get me to jump on them for. Because when I first moved there, people that I would call friends, they have the black jokes, the stereotypical stuff. Like grape sodas, fucking likes eating watermelons and chicken at the same time. Who likes eating watermelon and chicken at the same time? It's a fruit and a fried substance. Not substance, fried food. Just not, no one's gonna eat that at the same time. Why is that even a stereotype? But Back into it, guys. So, I was kind of dating someone who knew someone that was extremely racist. I mean, um, freaking rebel flag hanging from the truck, screaming yeehaw, fish hook from the hack kind of racist. Not saying that everyone like that or looks like that is racist, but this dude was definitely racist. So, she had told me something that he had said about me because they were exes. I figured out that he said that he was going to drag me by the back of his truck and was just going to leave me there hanging or something like that. It was something along those lines. Something I felt that crossed the lines, definitely. And this was already after I had the first racial situation with him the first time that I just kind of let slide because I didn't even know what the heck was going on. He caught me blindsided. But this time, got class with him, man. We got class together. You can't say something like that, and we have a class together at school. I must say something. So I walked in. He's no. I walked in first. He wasn't even there yet. And then as soon as he walked in the door, so I said, "So you're gonna drag me by the back of your truck, right?" He's like, "Oh, shut up, dude." I was like, "Do I really even want to get into this?" I had to think about it because I can feel myself getting enraged. I can feel myself literally wanting to attack this dude and kind of like freaking flip his face inside out. But that's not going to help anything. And that's really not the good way to deal with racism, especially now that I have kids. So now that I have kids, I have two, and I have mixed children. I'm kind of nervous knowing what I kind of had to deal with. I'm kind of nervous of how they're going to be when they go to school. Because it's different from when it's just you. But when someone comes at your kids that way, you really don't even know what to do. I haven't had that issue yet, and so I don't really know how I'm going to react to it. Because now that I've matured and had a lot of time to really think about that situation I had in high school, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't think I would react the same way I did in high school. I'd probably be a little bit more mad, knowing that you would think as you're getting older that those times are kind of going out or going away, or just no one's really going to have that mindset in their head to be racist towards someone because of their color or because of where they came from. So I feel like if it's still around when my kids are in school, I will probably be pretty upset, to be honest, because I don't want my kids to have to go through that. Anything that happened negative in my life, even for you guys, anything that's happened negative in your life, you do stuff a certain way to make sure your kids never have to go through that. Being African American, racism is at the top of my head for when my mixed babies go to school. So, I don't know. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I just know that's how I feel about it. But leave a comment in the comment section, guys. Like I said, leave a like if you liked what I said today. And go ahead and subscribe if you really liked it. But that's all I got for you guys again today. Thanks for watching, and peace, guys.